So in yesterday's class, we are discussing about a service level agreement, right? So in a service in service level agreements, like we have created, right, sample records. I'm just navigating to this SLA. Okay, this SLA record we have created as part of this yesterday's class. Okay, what is SLA? SLAs are nothing but like where you can give the timelines to the customers whenever the case is created here. Okay, I'm just creating the case. Okay, already I created a case, right, yesterday. I'll open this case. Sorry. Okay, so here the case is created. From the case is created on how much time it is taking before resolving the case here, right? So we can resolve the case by clicking on the resolve case. From the case is created time to resolve the case time, like it can be like 2 days or 3 days or 2 hours or 4 hours. It can be anything, right? So I'm just resolving it. You just provide the information here, like what is the resolution information, and then you can resolve the case here. Sorry, Siddharth, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So the case is resolved, right? So at that time, the timer will stop here, right? See, because I'm not configured the timer here, but the time from when to when the timer should start, I mean the SLA should start, that can be checked here. So in SLA, I'm given when the case is created, any case. Okay, if the case is created on, I've just given a high level instruction to the SLA. When the case is created on, I need to run SLA, I mean timer. So here in this SLA items, we need to define the conditions here. So what are the options available? We can check in this. Let's load this. Yeah, here you see I'm just giving the name like first response. So what is the first response? Because here there are KPIs. What is this KPIs? First response by KPI and resolve KPI means, as like I think we already discussed, right? When the case is created, we are giving a, from the customer care side, we are giving the 48 hours of time to resolve the issue. But like if you're not if you're not connected to the customer, like what they will think in 48 hours, they don't know whether you have started working on the case or not. So for that reason, from the service team side, we need to provide a first response to the customer in like in 12 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours. And then resolution should be given in a 48 hours. There are two type of times here. First response to the customer that you are working on the that particular ticket, and the resolution should be, I mean the case should be resolved. If the case is not resolved after 48 hours, it will be escalated. Okay, so first response will be 12 and resolution 48 hours. So you can take this example. So here the first response we should configure here, like what you're saying, like 12 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours, we should configure here. So that's why first response KPI and resolve KPI. In this, what type of case this SLA is applicable? The timer. Not all the cases, right? As I said that yesterday, bench car owners, if anybody raise any complaint, so the issue should be resolved in 1 or 2 hours. If normal car users, it may take like 12 hours or 24 hours. That's not a problem. So here, if somebody says that if the case priority is high, that means when the case is created, the case priority is selected high, then I want to trigger an SLA. So here you see, when I'm creating the new case, if you click on this, we have a priority, right? In the priority, if somebody chooses a high here, right? So at that time, I want to trigger my SLA. So that's the reason I'm giving the condition priority equal to high. Only for high level cases only, I'm just creating the SLA. Okay. And then success criteria. What is the success criteria means? If somebody has resolved this case, so case status, if somebody is resolved, that means if the case status is equal to resolved, that is then it is succeeded. That means timer will stop. That means, right? What type of cases it is applicable? The case, if the case priority is high, and then this is applicable. When it is succeeded, if the status equal to resolved, if the status is updated with the resolved status, the SLA will be stopped here. But just save this. We have some other options. In case if the case is not resolved on time, we are not given any times, right? So that once you save this, there are some other options will be enabled here. You see here. Still it's saving now. Okay. So here you see here, if the issue is like, if the case is resolved in 48 hours, in case if it is not resolved, what is the failure item failure? Like failure after, I mean, that means how much time you are giving here. Like let's say you see 35 minutes, 4 hours, 2 days, right? 2 days. Within a 2 days, if the response, like within a 1 day I'll take, okay, or maybe first response only, right? So I'm giving it 6 hours. Within a 6 hours, if the first response is not sent to the customer, then it will be failure. You see, SLA failure item, right? Once it is failure, what you can do? You can create a record, you can update the record, you can assign a record, you can change the status of the case. Whatever the action you want to do based on your requirement, you can do. Let's say after 6 hours also, if the customer is, I mean, after 6 hours also, the service technician guy is not given a first acknowledgement to the customer, then you just send an email here to the management. You see, send email option here, right? So just select this. Still it is stuck here. Okay, here you see send email. In case within a 6 hours you're not responded, you can send an email. Just set properties. So in the set properties, you can set the like what under email you want to like send, what is the subject, and to whom you want to send an email in case if the technicians are not responded. Still it's load. Okay, here is it. From address, maybe from the any, sometimes we maintain accounts, right? So let's this account to your manager. Maybe you can choose like what are the accounts you want to send, maybe multiple people at a time. Let's say account 123. I'm going to dear manager. Okay, like case I mean, our technician miss it to give a first acknowledgement like this. Okay, the case number we can put it like in a dynamic way. Here you see case entity, all the properties. The case number can be added here. So dynamically will come. Dynamically means if one case is failed, that case number will come. If second case is failed, that case number dynamically will come. You are not giving any static number. You just save and close. Right? In case within a 6 hours, if the first acknowledgement is not given by the technician, it will be failed and it will send an email to manager. Immediately he will act. But here, what is the warning action? Okay, 6 hours means I may forgot due to some other work. But in case if you want to get some warning messages, warning means boss, you're not responded to your case, so you have to respond in a 2 hours, you have to respond in a 45 minutes, you have to respond in a 2 hours, like that. So within a 2 hours, I'm giving a warning email to that particular person. So I can use a send email. So within a 2 hours, I'm sending an email to the technician, boss, you have to give a acknowledgement to the customer. In case if it is failed, it will send an email to the management side. So this is how I configured here. This is for resolution actually. So here I need to change. This is a first response KPI, right? If the first response is given by the customer, first response sent, this one will be updated. First response sent, yes, this will be updated. Okay. See, only the SLA will be applicable to the high level cases. If the case is high level, when the first response is sent to updated with a yes, that means SLA can be stopped because our technician is responded to the customer. If in case if it is a failure within a 2 hours, one reminder will send it to the technician to send a to give a first acknowledgement. In case within a 6 hours, if you failed to give an acknowledgement, so that one email will be sent it to the managers here. So I'm just saving and closing. This is for first response, but not for the resolution. Okay. So let's create for the resolve KPI also. In case if the customer is not resolved the case, so we can escalate also. Okay. Okay. So resolve KPI. So resolve a KPI here, like which type of cases it is applicable, like case status equal to priority equal to high. Again, we need to configure the same for resolution also. So high level cases, it is applicable when it is succeeded. If the case status equal to resolved, then we can stop the SLA. That is success criteria. So status you just keep, and then resolved. If the case is resolved, that is success criteria. What is the failure criteria? In case within a 48 hours of time, like 48 hours or 2 days or 3 days. 2 days, if it is not resolved, it will be failure. Let's say you will get an actions here. It's not loaded. Yeah, it's loaded now. You see here, in case if what is the success action? Once it is resolved on time, you can send an email to manager. This is resolved on time, like that. In case if within 2 days, if you're not resolved the case, it will be failure. It will send an email to the end users, like that. You can configure. If the issue is not resolved, like before that, if you want any reminders within a 1 hour, like within a like 1 day, you can get a reminder, boss, you have only 1 day left, you have to resolve your case, like this. Okay, so like this we need to configure. Like SLA means SL, based on the SLA items only we need to configure. You see, first response, warning 2 hours, failure after 6 hours, resolution 1 day, after 2 days it will be resolved. You see, set as a default also you can keep, and from one person to another person we can keep a different SLAs. Okay, so this is like high level configuration only. We are not given to the any customer, right, this SLA. Okay, I'll tell you like how we can assign this SLA to cases. Okay, so let's get activated this. Settle, let me refresh once. So let's activate this. Okay, so before going into other components, first we have created a like holidays list. Based on the holidays list, we have configured a working hours. Right, based on these two components, we have configured an SLA, because SLA should be triggered in a working hours and non-holidays, right? So that's the reason we have come up with this component, and then we have created an SLA. This SLA is like, it's for like by default we have created, but this SLA should be applicable to some customers only. How can you configure it only for some customers? Because in between this, as I said, that entitlement card is there. Entitlement card is nothing but a warranty information. While giving a warranty information to the customers, we need to attach the SLA, which type of SLA is applicable to these customers. Okay, so let's go to entitlement card now. Okay, I'm creating a new entitlement card. I'm a new warranty information. So here, so let's say warranty for some customers, you can choose warranty for, here you see, you can choose the customers here. So let's say adventure, let's take some other name, graphic design institute or some, yeah. So let's add. So this is a customer. Okay, this is a company. Warranty for graphic. Okay, so here start date like maybe this warranty from 2022 to 2023. Okay, so 1 year warranty I'm giving on this product. Okay, so we have some terms and conditions here. If you want to restrict based on the terms and conditions or no, that can be, you can choose yes or no. That conditions you can check here. So here, this is a, it is a warranty card. Here I'm telling to this customer, boss, whenever you raise any complaint within a 1 year, you can raise only 20 complaints only. Every week you cannot raise a complaint. Only we accept 20 complaints, even though that is in a warranty state, right? Every day you are calling to the customer's care and you are registering a complaint is they don't allow, right? So that's why they are restricting here, like only 20 cases, 20 complaints can be raised from your side with during this 1 year. Okay, or number of hours, maybe only we can give it 200 hours of free service to your product during this 1 year. It can be anything, right? Whenever the one case is whenever the one case is resolved for this customer, the remaining terms will be calculated here. Let's say one case is created for this customer, that is resolved. When the case is a resolution, the remaining terms will become 19 now. Okay, and where is an SLA? Here SLA for this customer, like whenever if any customer raises any complaint from this customer side, for those customers I'm giving a SLA like high level case SLA like 2 days. If customer raises a complaint, I'm giving it 2 days time to resolve the issue. So like that I'm attaching here. For this customer, I'm giving a 48 hours of time to resolve the issue. I'm accepting the 20 complaints from this customer, right? In case customer purchases multiple products, if you don't add any products, that means it's applicable to all the products which are which is buy from this customer. In case if you add any product, these terms and conditions are applicable to this product. Okay, and then here contact means from the company side we have a focal points, right? The company means number of people, and from the company side, let's say I am a user one and I'm employee one and some other person is employee two. So here who can raise a complaint from the company side, that can be decided here, that contacts can be added here. Okay, so once you create this entitlement card, you just activate it. See, this entitlement, this warranty information is for only graphics designer institute customer only. Okay, when this customer creates a complaint, then SLA will be start. So let's go to the cases here. So case title, like let's say AC servicing, something like this. Okay, so here subject is service. Okay, who is the customer here? Graphics designer, right? That customer. Graphic design institute. Design institute, yes. That customer we need to take. That is graphic design institute, right? So here you see, if you look at this entitlement lookup, warranty for graphic, whatever the entitlement card is created for this customer, only that entitlement card only will be available, right? No other entitlement card, because based on the customer, this entitlement card lookup will be filtered here. Okay, so and then what is the condition to start the SLA? The case should be high level, right? If the priority is high for this customer, the SLA is applicable. So just save this record. Yes. To go with the enhanced SLA details, the timer will start it. Because first response I should give in a 6 hours, right? And the next one is like 24 hours, like 2 days. I mean 48 hours. You see, if if the technicians are not responded to this customer on time, that will be escalated based on your configuration, right? Right? You're clear, right? So let's say if I resolve the case, it will be stopped here. So let's resolve the case. So resolve the case. You see, case is resolved, right? So it will be stopped if you refresh. You see, it's a succeeded because we are not given a first response, right? But only directly we resolve the case. That's right, it's succeeded. Right? I hope you are clear on this because there are a lot of components are involved in the SLA, like before creating a SLA. So holidays list, working hours, SLA, and then entitlement card. So then only the timer will start on the cases. Okay, in case if the customer complaining that issue is not resolved, you resolved unnecessarily, so you can reactivate the case. We have a reactivate case also. Okay, now again I'm creating another case, but here my requirement is the timer is starting, but due to some reason I want to stop the timer for some time. How can I stop the timer? Here we have a status, you see, like in progress, on hold, waiting for details and researching. When I'm researching for something, right, when I'm researching for something, the timer should stop, right? Because I need to research, or waiting for some other details means our product information or customer information. I need to wait for some time, right? Right, coming to on hold, on hold, if I put on hold, at the time also I should stop my timer. So where can I configure this one? So here in the service management itself, so let's go to service management, service configuration settings. So in this we need to configure, you see, select SLA pass status. When the case is on hold, I want to stop the timer. When I'm researching something or when waiting for the details, I want to stop the timer. Like that, I'm assigning the values here. You just click on OK. Now you can check by creating the case and changing the status to the cases. So let's check. Okay, these values are selected. So that means whenever the case status is changed to on hold and waiting for details, and then the timer will stop here. Okay, I'm going to create a new case again. Let's say AC repair, graphic, and then priority should be high, right? Okay, save this record. Okay, SLA started now. So now I want to stop this timer. So let's change the status and check. So on hold, I'm just putting here, save this record. You see, it's paused now because I want to stop for some time, right? I'm expecting some details from some other management, so that's why I stopped. Again, if you make it in progress, it will start the timer from the remaining time. Yes, and again, you can change or waiting for details, right? Save this. Yes, and this is also like one setting. Okay, so if you resolve, like it will be resolved, it will be succeeded now. But as a technician, you are resolving the cases. Okay, but here, as a technician, I cannot remember all the troubleshooting steps, right? Like I want to repair AC. First, what I need to do in the AC? I need to take a backup or something else, or I need to open any compressor, or maybe not only for this product, for any product, let's say laptop troubleshooting. What you need to do? First, you need to take the backup, right? So those things we need to document it from the company side. As a, like let's say for example, I joined in one company, but I don't know how to troubleshoot like that company related product. If I have a hands-on documents so that I can work easily, right, by referring those documents. Those documents we can call it as knowledge articles, technical documents, I can say. Okay, so here these knowledge articles we can create separately, and also that can be associated to these cases here using associated knowledge articles. So let's create a knowledge articles and we'll associate it to the cases here. Like technical document is simple concept. So knowledge articles. Here you can create a new knowledge articles. So here like I'm just opening the existing one. Like this is like how to support a 3D printers. If somebody raised any 3D printer related issue, these documents will be helpful to the technicians here. I say how to support 3D printer. This document can be searched with the name 3D printer, like keywords also you can keep using backup cooling fan for a 3D printer. These are the steps they need to take. Like whenever they are giving a 3D printer support, these are the steps they need to consider here. Okay, in case if you want to create a new articles, you can click on new. Let's say laptop issue. Title laptop issue. The keywords we can search with the laptop. If somebody is raising with a laptop keyboard, that we can give. Okay, description whatever. So here you can give the description here, like take the backup and then remove the battery safely. Like whenever you're troubleshooting any laptop issues. So some steps we have, right? So those steps we need to configure and then we need to save. So here the article is like normally technicians will prepare, but that has to be approved by the management and other technicians, right? So here you see it's a proposed. Okay, if it is a proposed, and then it has to move to the like it has to be approved from the management. Like here you can keep the status with like proposed, draft, it's a needs review or in review. So like that we can inform to the different people. They will review and then they will approve this, you see, by clicking on approve. Once this article is approved, we can give it to the technicians after publishing only. Once it is approved, that means content is good. So we need to publish. Publish means then only this article will be available to the technicians. You just click on the publish. See here it is asking now you want to publish or in the future you want to publish. So now I want to publish. So expiry date, do we have an expiry date for this document? Yes, we can keep. So 31/7 it will be expired. Now you publish this. So now laptop issue related, like if somebody raise any laptop related issues, At that time, this document is useful for the technicians. Okay, this document, how can I attach it to the cases? Then why should I attach it to the cases means, let's say you are joined as a new technician in that company. Senior technicians will say that we have resolved already this case. In that case, you can find the knowledge articles, you can resolve the new case. Like that also you can read. Right? Sometimes we very rare cases we will get. Sometimes like after taking 2 to 3 days, we are able to resolve the issues. Those type of things we can remember, and we can associate those articles, like what are the articles we have used for that particular issue to resolve. So like that. So now I'm going to create a new laptop related issue. Laptop issue. And then customer, like any customer again. And then see. Okay. So here we have a different forms here. Just go to like a time control form. Sorry, we have a different one. What is one? Case for interactive experience. If you go here, case for interactive experience, here you see we have knowledge bit articles in this section. You see, because whatever the subject name I have given, based on the subject name only, it's searching some articles. How to support laptop is already existing one. The laptop issue which I am created now. You see, there are many articles. That articles can be associated here. You see, you just link this article to the current record. In case if you want to send this email instruction to the customer, you can send an email. Right. So this is associated to this case. Again, you can go back and check. Right here, if you go to associated knowledge articles, you see how to support laptops. Right. So it's for reference purpose, it will be useful. Like whenever the case is created, as a technician, I don't know how to troubleshoot means that you can search the related articles and you can associate it to this particular cases. So you can search in case like if you want to search with a different thing, you can search. So let me search here. Yes, like if you want to search different things like it will search the related one and it will show here. Right. So you can associate immediately. And then you can go back and you can continue with your work. Okay then. So here, okay, this is separate part. Now, daily we will get a number of cases. Number of cases means like since I'm the manufacturing company, daily I'll receive like hundreds of cases. So as a customer care person, to whom I need to assign these cases and who will work on these cases. Right? Who will work on these cases? The number of technicians will be there. Right? Number of technicians will be there. Then we will work and we will set. Right? So here for this, we have a concept called queues. Queues is nothing but a teams. Queues or a teams. Teams is nothing but is a group of people, I can say, in this queue means. Okay. Let's say I am the technician of AC. Okay. In the AC technician team, 20 members are working. Okay. Whenever the case is created, I don't know like who is free and who is working. So at that time, from the application side, the cases should be assigned to this particular queue. Queue means like it's a record. The people who are working on a AC, that they will select a AC related queue and then they will check how many cases are assigned to this particular queue. And then based on their availability, they will select the case or complaint and then they will choose and then they will work. Because whenever the case is created, we should assign this to the queues. The queue members, I mean team members, will pick up those cases and then they will work on. This has to be automated. So every time assigning the cases to the queues, it should not be manual, right? It should be assigned to a respective queues automatically. Right? Right. When the case is created automatically, based on the subject, the case should be assigned to the respective team or respective queue. Because I'm raising a complaint for AC is not working. The AC related queue, I should assign this case to the AC related queue. The queue members, AC technicians will pick up those records and they will work on. If the case is related to the car issue, the case will be assigned to the car related queue team. The queue members will pick up that case and they will work on. Right. So this is how in real time it will work. The same thing we should configure in the queue side here. You see here, queues. We have a queues here. We have created a different queues like demo user queues, all public queues, queue member of, like there are different. So in case if you want to create a new cases, you can create from the advanced point here. So let's take the advanced point. Queue. Click on new here. Is a queue, let's say AC technicians queue. Okay, so here we have a public and private. Public means all the technicians can access this queue. Private means only the member of this particular queue can access the queue. Okay, let's save this. I'll show you. You see, queue items means cases. Cases will be assigned to this particular queue when the case is created. And then here you see we have only one subgrid for a public. That means every technician can access this queue items. But if you look at the private, if you save this, one more subgrid will be added into this. Here the members can be added. That means only the members who are added into this subgrid can access this queue items. That is a difference. Public and private. Public means all the technicians access this queue items. Queue items are nothing but cases only that will be routed. I'll show you after this. If it is a private, only the member of this particular queue can be accessed this queue. Okay, so like this, because sometimes why we need to take a private queue means some high level cases should be there. That cases should be assigned to the high level team, right? Only the high level team members only can access those items. So at that time, right, at that time we can create these type of private queues. Okay, so now I'm creating the queue here. So once the case is created, whenever the case is created here, we can assign this to the queues here. So let's say AC repair. Select this and then you see add it to queue. So which queue you want to add? Let's say AC technicians queue. Select this and add. So this case, since it is AC related repair work, so this will be added to the AC queue here. As a queue item, this will be added here. The queue members will check this queue items and then they will pick up this record and they will work on it based on the SLA. Here I have used added to queue. Can we automate this process without clicking on added to queue and all? Yes, we can automate. Okay, we have a routing rules. Based on the routing rules, we can do this. So that I'll show you in tomorrow's class because it will take some time.